boot up a song on Spotify real quick. Alright, so, hey guys, Garden here today, bring video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my, type tier list for, a Pokemon X and Y Nuzlocke. So, I basically just been inspired to do this because in a few days I'm going to do a 2v2 Soul Link with the cage lock rules and also, draft, rules where we draft 3 types. So this is going to be like um, this is gonna be like a tier list for like the types drafting that I predict will be the whole case for like the challenge, basically like which types will be the strongest, the draft for the challenge, which will be the weakest, of course, and I'll be giving like explanations and everything for all of my excuse me, for all of my choices. So sorry, excuse me. All right, bug. So you get some bug type Pokemon pretty early. I think the problem with like these draft challenges is that for some of the types, if you get like there's like multiple mons of a type, and like one of that mon is bad and one of that type mon is good, then there's a chance that like you can obviously just get the bad mon for that encounter. Hold on, I need some water. Sorry. All right. So, anyways, so there's like in the first force, you could either get a Beedrill or Butterfree and stuff like that. Overall, Bug has always just been a horrendous type. Um, I can't even think of like a good bug type for this challenge besides like maybe Heracross. Um, there's it's Drape. No, Drapion doesn't count. It's Poison Dark. Yeah, overall bug's just horrendous, and it always will be. I think bug is a pretty safe pick for D tier. Dark. So the fact that fairy types are in the game, there are a few fairy types that could uh, mess you up trying to use a dark type. In terms of like mons and like when you get them, I feel like you don't really get many dark types early, do you? Like, let me think about it real quick. Um, you get Hydreigon, but that's like really late. Um, you get Crocodile, right? You get Drapion. Hmm, this is tough. Hold on, let me look this thing up real quick. Oh yeah, you do have Froakie does turn to Greninja. I forgot, completely forgot about that. Um, Early on you have like what Scraggy. I mean, you have Absol, which isn't too great. You have Houndoom can be useful in scenarios. Bisharp, or okay, but that's like later on. Early on, you don't really have much. Scraggy can't get you very much. I imagine. Oh, there's like, ooh, I just imagined it was like, the fighting like Karina could be tough for you. The Lucario fight could be tough. Yeah, I don't see much with Dark to be honest. I'm gonna put it in C tier. It doesn't really seem that great in XY Nuzlocke. So we're moving on to the next one, Dragon. So I think Dragon is an easy pick for S tier. I've already shown you guys, or if haven't seen already, I've done a Deathless X and Y run with just Dragon types. The early game can be tough, but then again, you can just like uh, you can draft other types alongside Dragon. But yeah, so like you get Axu, which is sweep straight. Um, you can give Rock Smash to the guaranteed fossil. I forgot what's the pre-evolution of Tyrantrum called again? Ty, fuck, But you can give that just Rock Smash down and take care of um the guy with the second gym leader. I forgot what his name was. I think it was Grant. I'm not too sure. You can beat him with that, and then you can drag as long as you get the Eviolite. You can just Dragonite sweep Corina, and Ramos has grass types. He's a pushover. And then later on, that's when your dragons start to evolve. Actually, and then you can get Flygon or Garchomp. Garchomp's really good. Um, it's also encounter you could depending on the game that you are playing on, you'll have like Zard X uh or Jagauji, and then there's also the Goodra encounter, the guaranteed Goodra. Well, not guaranteed Goodra. If you do draft it, I guess. So there's Goodra, and then there's the Dragonite. There's the Hydreigon. You can guarantee the Hydreigon as well if you want. Yeah, there's a lot going for Dragon types. I think Dragon is easy. Yes. Next is Electric. Electric's interesting. Hmm. Because Mega Ampharos is pretty good actually in this game. You do have to wait till after Karina to get it. Um, what do you have early? Like a Pikachu? Huh. Then you also could get like the plus one minus stuff, the Helioptile, or it's called, the Amalga. There's the Denny's not really a thing. You get a Rotom, but that's pretty later on. Um, Lantern's probably one of the best mons you could have there, to be honest. But like let's be honest, that's not much. I think it's mainly Mega Ampharos. It's like the big mon, like the good mon. Um, this is tough. This is tough. Cause I'm thinking like I imagine the second gym would be pretty tough actually dealing with the Auroras, or Amora. I meant because like you have like a bunch of Pokemon that are just fast, but like in terms of defenses, they just won't be able to tank shit. Like the Refrigerate Takedown. That stuff is really hard to deal with. Um, I mean, like I could see Emolga being good against Karina. I think Electric's fine. I guess I probably wouldn't be. So next we have Fairy, the typing that was introduced in this generation. Um, this is interesting. So early on you get a zero, right? But if it has huge power, you're in the green. That's an amazing counter. If not, then it's a little bit tough. You get Ralts pretty early as well, actually. Yeah. You get Mawa. You can get Mega Mawa, right? Mega Mawa with Intimidate. That's pretty huge power. That's pretty good. There's some pretty decent Fairy type Pokemon. There's also like have key setting up shit. What's that one evolution of Fluid? I forget what it's called. But I think you guys know I'm talking about the evolution of Fluid. Um, that's pretty decent. That's pretty good in Nuzlocke. Despite how bad it is in actual like competitive Pokemon. I think Fairy is pretty decent. I'll put in A tier. Next is fighting. Ooh, okay. So, spoiler alert. I think fighting I think you could easily be doing hardcore Nuzlocke of X and Y with only fighting types and deathless it. So you get the early Riolu, which you can immediately turn to Lucario. Um, and that just like clears the first two gyms, and then you get Hawlucha, which beats the two gyms after that. Okay, and then you're thinking, okay, well, what do I do about Olympia? Well, easy. You actually get the Pangoro. You get Pangoro, which is pretty early as well, which really helps as well with other battles where like there's psychic types. You have the dark immunity. That's just nice to have, and then Mega Lucario kind of just mauls a lot of the Elite Four. Um, there is a lot going for fighting types in this game. I feel like mainly because Mega Lucario's just kind of fucking busted. That fighting types is S tier. In a Pokemon X and Y Nuzlocke scenario, but it, it's still a thing, you know. Mega Lucario's a thing, so I have to include it. And to be honest, Lucario kind of hard carries, but also there's like other mons as well. Like you could use Toxicroak like to deal with fairy types. You get Hariyama pretty early, really good bulk, really nice. Hollow Shell, of course, is insane. Um, you can still get like Poliwrath later on. If you want water type, you could have Metacham, huge potential for huge power. Oh yeah, also bro, you get Ralts early as well. Like just like fairy types, you get Ralts early as well. So this time you could actually get Galate, which is pretty decent. Heracross obviously is really good as well. It hits those psychic types really hard. Overall, I would say fighting types is actually probably somewhere at the bottom of S tier. And to be honest, um, so next is fire. Fire, ooh, fire's okay. Fire's actually really good. Um, in this game, like just thinking about it, like I don't know what could really like what fire really struggles much with this game besides, I guess the Seabolt fight could be difficult. But besides that, like fire can kind of just steamroll with this game. Like it matches up well against pretty much everything except maybe like I guess Grant could be a problem, but but the thing is, you still can hit just nice stab on the Amora. Um, how would you deal with Grant actually? Let me think about it. 'Cause you still have to stab, right? Um, wait, does the Amora have any rock type moves? Because I just remembered, can't you just put to sleep with Simisear? Yeah, you could probably just do that actually, and then yeah, maybe okay, maybe that isn't as much challenge. The Lucario fights as well is pretty easy, of course, because you have fire types. Karina, I don't know. Oh, actually, to be honest, Simisear Strats could be pretty fucking good early game. And then you kind of just steamroll everything with like Zard Y would honestly maul things, or you could just use Zard X and just sweep with Dragon's Sword Stance. It's your choice. Chandeler's pretty strong. There's not really much that threats you. Maybe the Gyarados for the Lysander fights. Um, yeah, maybe. Like, how would you deal with Lysander? Oh wait, can't you learn like? No, you can't. Never mind. I was thinking like maybe you could learn like Thunder Punch or something like on. Never mind. Ooh, you could honestly wait, couldn't wait, cause like doesn't Lysander lead with like Mienshao? You could like you'd honestly still just do Yawn strats. Yeah, honestly, if you had Zard Y as well, you could just Solar Beam it. Overall, yeah, I'd say Fire's pretty fucking good. There are some slight weaknesses though. I will admit. I'd probably put it at the top of A, just considering that all that. Oh shit, hold on. Actually, maybe is 5 tiers too much? We have 18 types. No, I'd probably just do 4 tiers and then just like a few tiers for like the really horrible types. I mean the D tier for the really horrible types. Um, ooh, the Diantha fight could actually be a problem. With fire, yeah. I'd probably still put somewhere top of A. Flying, of course, is a staple typing really that you usually want to have in Nuzlocke. Just ground immunity is really nice. Um, but the first thing that comes to my mind again is Grant. You know, it's kind of weird. You know, is so bad, but like I said, yeah, it's just tough, you know. Oh, you do get Hot Lucia though, right? You get like what's that bird called again? Ducklet, ducklet. Yeah, you could ducklet um can bubble beam stuff. Hot Lucia is really strong, obviously. You know, really, really, it's what speedrunners use up until they get the Lucario. Um, Talonflame's okay. You get Crobat actually pretty early. After you, yeah, yeah, you get Crobat really early because you after you beat the first gym, you get Crobat. That's right. There's also Vivillon Stun Spore strats like really early. You could do some stuff with Flying type actually. You get Noivern later on. It's really strong. You could do like you could do toxic stall strats of Crobat later on as well, and like with Venom Shock and shit like that. It's pretty nice. You also get Charizard. That's right, you get Charizard as well. So you get Zard Y. Oh, that could like complement Talonflame well as well, like the drought. Uh, that's pretty nice because you could give some variety of that. Like you could like one time you just want your Zard Y to be like a Swords Dance Sweeper. Other times you could just use the fire to just I mean the sun to just fire off flamethrowers and just absolutely maul stuff. Honestly, yeah. Now I think about it, I'm gonna move Bug up and I'm just gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this, and then I think I'm gonna put flying top of A tier alongside fire. Honestly, there are some slight problems actually once I think about it, but oh yeah, Clemont. Clemont could be a problem as well. Yeah. I think I'm gonna put flying like somewhere here. Next is ghost typing. I think I've seen someone. I think it was probably Antler Boy, but it was yeah Pokemon X Hardcore Nuzlocke Ghost types. So obviously you get Mega Gengar. You get one of the best encounters in the game, Aegislash, really early. Um, that's insane. Um, really strong mon. You can just Swords Dance a lot of stuff early on. You get Sableye, Driftblim, the Golurk. What's that big Gen 5 Golem guy? You guys know what I'm talking about. So you could do like Will-O-Wisp or Sableye to just absolutely burn physical attackers and then like set up on them. Um, Golurk is nice, I guess. Like having magnitude, just like the ground, just having ground type is always nice. Obviously you have the dual blade, Aegislash, whatever in account. That's that's a hard carry right there. And Mega Gengar can absolutely wreck a lot of fights in this game. I think well, the more I think about it, I don't really see a weakness in this because you kind of just get carried early on by the Aegislash. Um, oh, I was thinking of Rotom, but then I just remembered you can't change the form. Base Rotom is pretty bad actually. Mm, your rival does have an Absol that could be used. Like, I don't know. You could do like a Ghost plus Fighting combo. Once I just like in theory, you could do like Ghost plus Fighting and like just deal with all the Dark types pretty easily in the drafting. There's a bunch of different combinations I could think of to be honest. Elite Four. Would the Elite Four be tough? I think the Elite Four honestly might be a bit tough for Ghost types, but besides that, I think this typing is really strong up until the Elite Four. I think I might put in S, top bottom S. Grass, grass, grass. So obviously you get two starters with this. Mm, You get Ferrothorn, right? That's really strong. Um, so you get the Monkey. I guess you get Wormadam early game as well, but that's like not really strong at all. There's Rose Raid. Go-Go's okay. Oh, I feel like grass types would be really weak in PvP. Hmm. You get XQ as well. I think, to be honest, okay. So let's think about the Viola fight first. Um, Viola could maybe be a problem. Um, well, the Surskit actually can't hurt you. I'm thinking more about the Pavilion. Wait, don't you get rollout on Chespin? Hold on. Okay, once I think about it like that, I think okay, that should be no problem. So obviously second gym's no problem. Then you have Karina. How should be Karina? Oh, the low cap's 32 on Karina, right? So can't you just get Venusaur by then? I think the big problem is the Hawlucha. Maybe you kind of, maybe if low key, you might just have to hit Sleep Powder with Venusaur. Oh wait, I should get a clean switch. You might have to sack something. Yeah, great, great. Yeah, the Karina, the Hawlucha could kind of fuck you actually. Um, Also like the Magnetons in the Clemon's gym. Besides like maybe Go-Go's dig, I could see some problems with that. Also, there's the fact that like you can't evolve Ferroseed until like later on. Evolves at like level 40. Um, there's some fire stuff like the Team Flare guys. Honestly, to be honest, like ever since I started thinking about grass, I knew it was gonna be like here, but I just want to give it a chance. I just give it some thought to think like, okay, maybe it's not that bad. But yeah, looking at everything, I think it's pretty bad. 22 minutes in, okay. Went over 10 types. Oh, okay. So next is ground types. Some pretty good ground types. Needle King is really strong. Hippowdon is pretty decent as well. Oh, Steelix is good. Steelix is good. Obviously get Garchomp as well. Really strong mon. I think that's definitely an S tier mon for this game. Get Mamoswine later on, which is nice. Oh, obviously you get Crocodile as well. Yeah, Crocodile is really strong. Um, I think Ground might be a contender for S to be honest. Let me just think about it real quick. So how? I don't think. Okay, I don't think you actually have any ground types. Oh, I know you do have ground types. You have that the bunny and the I guess Burmy technically. Though this depending on the season. Oh, I feel like you have to select the Burmy. I guess the bunny could beat the Pavilion with like Leer stuff. Stab tackle takes nice early game, of course. It's space 50. Um, you have what Sandile, and then later on, hmm, so to be. Oh yeah, you get the Golem, right? Golem or the Go, which is pretty good against Karina. Just having the meeting. Also of course, Nido King, insane mon. I think I already mentioned this, but I think Neo King's really could easily carry you in this run. You get Flygon or Garchomp, like I said earlier. That's also really strong. Um, I don't see much that can kill you. Even against against Remos, you still have Nido King. You still have, I guess, technically Ninkata. which honestly, the fact that I think Nincada could actually easily do a lot of damage to Ramos. Yeah. Quagsire later on is also nice. Had that water type. I think like I said, Seabolt's like for certain mono type challenges, Seabolt's definitely a problem, and I think Seabolt's a problem for this one as well. Against the champion as well, it could be kind of a problem. I think ground is probably somewhere. I already knew ground type was somewhere around here, but yeah, I'm gonna put it here. Ice typing, I'm gonna save time by just saying I think it's probably here, but let me give it some thought first, okay? You don't really get. Okay, so there's a very big problem that I noticed immediately. Um, what ice types do you get early on? You barely get any ice types. Actually, you don't really have any encounters for ice, like from a lot of the run. I think, yeah, honestly, I'm not even gonna bother explaining ice. I'm just gonna put down there. It's probably the worst one actually, the worst type. Um, normal. Okay, normal. Normal should be no problem to be honest. You get the Mega Kangaskhan, you get Snorlax pretty early as well. You get the bunny, I forgot what it's called. Oh my god, Diggersby. Um, I mean, technically, Fletchling and like the Azure are normal, right? I feel like okay, the early game can be kind of hell. Once I think about it. Also, Karina kind of hard beats you. Oh, you do get Swellow, right? Swellow's really strong. Can you get Facade? I don't know. I'm not gonna think about it. Kangaskhan, Snorlax really strong. You get Staraptor later on as well. That's pretty nice. Heliolisk can do some damage as well. A special attacker. Um, Elite Four can honestly be tough, like dealing with like Wickstrom, Diantha. Normal is pretty okay, I guess. I'll probably put in B tier somewhere here. Okay, poison. Ooh, poison. Okay, I know. Crazy, right? This is pretty crazy. All right. Allow me to explain real quick. Okay, so first things first. You get Bulbasaur, right? That's really good. You also get Beedrill to beat Viola. That's pretty strong as well. You get Roselia later on, Rosemary later on. Scolpete's decent. Crobat really early. Toxicroak, pretty strong as well. You have just a lot of solid counters. You also get like Nidoking, which yeah, that thing will absolutely destroy Clemont in a lot of fights later on. I mean, even against Olympia, like I said with the Pangoro thing, in this case you have Drapion. That thing will absolutely destroy Olympia. Um, some of the flare fights I can maybe see as a challenge. Just because they resist some of your stuff maybe. In turn, also like the Lysander fights maybe. Besides that, you also get Mega Gengar. You also get Tentacle. You just get there's just a really lot of really good poison counters. It's just that I think a lot of your problems will just come from like um, poison not being a good defensive type, and how there are certain like hard counters to poison. Like it's for a majority of time there you might have problems with like certain steel types um or steel types and what you call it ground types. Even though you do have some counters like Venusaur kind of and to that and Toxicroak kind of to steel types, New King as well. But like just like switching around is the big problem, just the defensive parts. But I feel like this type is definitely really strong offensive. Get a shit ton of really good poison mons, and also just the fact that like keep in mind having a lack of defenses usually isn't that much of a problem just because of EVs and shit like that. If I'm gonna bring that up, also, technically we're drafting other types as well. Even though this tier list is mainly just based off like how good they are by themselves, just because that'll put down to okay, just like that, boundless. Next typing, psychic. Psychic's okay. Psychic, I imagine is somewhere A tier, but let me give some thought real quick before I think about it too much. Okay, so of course the Fennekin turns into a psychic type. You get Curlia, you get the Medicham. Um, else Absol could be a problem. Like I said, Mr. Mime can set up some stuff. As get Espeon, and K can do some stuff. There's Exeggutor as well. This is tough. This is tough. Because I'm thinking A tier, but I feel like the more I think about it, the typing gets a little bit weaker. Not really good defensive psychic types. You do get Soul Rock, especially into them, depending on the version you're playing. But that will definitely not be nearly as good later on. Alakazam, Slowbro are there. It's interesting. Gardevoir, obviously, slash Gallade is really strong. Um, I think Psyche's just kind of solid. Obviously, you have no problems with Karina. You technically have to use Fennekin against Reverse Germany, which should be fine. Trying to have defenses against Grant can be a problem. Oh, I've been calling him Grant this whole video. Imagine his name's not actually Grant. That's very possible. I think his name's Grant. You could do like reflect stuff with NK against Grant, I guess. Rainbow is a pushover. Climb on. Huh, come on. Come on, Magnetons. I haven't thought that. Oh, wait. You have Delphox. Now you're fine. You're fine. Yeah. The what's the evolution of Okay, Malamar. That's it. That should deal with Olympia fine. I don't know how hard you'll struggle with Valerie, but at the same time, it shouldn't be that hard because he has some really strong mons by then, like Slowbro, Gardevoir, Delphox. Oh yeah, you also get Reuniclus. That's pretty strong as well. Yeah, Psychic. I guess it's a solid A tier. Rock. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know much. I've been theorizing if it's possible to do like um rock only um XY Nuzlocke and clear it easily. Um, I haven't found much. There's like barely any counters, and most of them aren't that great. There's like there's only like slight glimmers of hope, but to be honest, I think it's pretty much fucked. Put it yeah, it's bottom tier. Ooh, this is tough. Okay. I'm gonna move flying down, poison down. All right, next is steel type. Steel type is, in my opinion, probably yeah, I'd say it's like the second best type. It's really consistent overall because you'll of course get the Mega Lucario. There's just like certain matchups that could be a trouble. Um, Mainly just like fire types and like ground types and shit like that. But even then, you still get like Ferrothorn and Aegislash. You get Aegislash and Mega Lucario. That should be like enough said. But if I'm gonna extend on that, there's obviously Ferrothorn. There's obviously like Steelix, Magnezone as well. Really good special attacker. Last steel type. There's not many special attacking steel types. Challenge. You can make your Lucario like what I love about Lucario is you can have it just a special attacker one time, then Swords and Sweeper the next, which is really nice. You get a lot of encounters throughout the whole run, and they serve their purposes. It's just why it's got BS. And then Water. There's not much I can tell you guys. Besides the fact that this shit is definitely the best type. Obviously, water is the best type. Um, Obviously, I probably won't be able to draft it. It's probably gonna get drafted really, really instant. But I guess I'll talk about it. I guess I will talk about it. You have a shit ton of good encounters. And the typing itself is really good defensively. Offensively, it's still pretty decent. You get lots of good mons. Like I said, good encounters, Tentacruel, Vaporeon, Slowbro. Greninja is pretty strong later on. Mega Blastoise, Quagsire, Gyarados. Gyarados is a big one. Gyarados. Oh, Gyarados is so fucking good. I gotta put an S. I think, if I'm looking at this list more objectively, I can maybe add an extra tier. Nah. I don't know. I feel like this is probably fine. I guess. I kind of like my S tiers to be a bit smaller though. But I think this works out. Yeah. So I think that's it for the video. How long is that? 36 minutes. Holy crap. About to be 37. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just going to sign out. Peace.